We'll call this meeting of the City of Hawarden, Iowa to order on Wednesday, July 13th, 2016 at 5:30 p.m. All present are council and staff. If you wish to address the council, open business from the community on number 1C. We'll start with the approval of the June 22nd, 2016 City Council meeting minutes. Is there a motion for that approval?
So moved.
Moved by John. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Tim. Further questions? All in favor then of the June 22nd City Council meeting minutes, say aye. Aye. Those opposed? That passes 5-0. Next is approval of claims for payment. We'll start, Monty, have any questions? Nope. Okay. Travis?
None.
Tim, any questions? Payne?
None, thank you.
John, any questions on claims?
None, thank you.
Okay. Hearing no questions, I'd entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Moved by Payne. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Tim. All in favor then of the July 13th claims for payment, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
No.
Claims for payment pass 4-1. Next is open business from the community. Hearing none, we'll move on to the mayor's report. We'd like to congratulate the West Sioux softball team and the West Sioux baseball team on great seasons. We wish for continued success on the tournament trail of the baseball team, and we wish success for the Akron Westfield softball team as they represent our area at the state tournament next week. I'd like to invite the city council members to the Hawarden Community Foundation Celebration of Giving, which will be on next Thursday, the 21st. That'll begin at the community center at 5:30, and we'll be giving out the awards to this year's recipients. Thanks to all of those that worked so hard to make the Calliope Car Show a great success. It was a fantastic afternoon. It was very well done and very well attended. We welcome Amber Van Wy to our staff at the City of Hawarden. Amber will be working in the front office. Please welcome her here when you come in. And lastly, please join others at the Hawarden American Legion Hamburger and Corn Feed tomorrow night. Also in the city park is the garden. You can get garden produce purchased there. So hope you can attend that. We'll move on then to council comments. Anything from council?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Larry Epperly and Tim Erickson for organizing a car show and helping improve the Calliope Village, and Bob and Jerry Brewington and the kids for helping with the food stand. It's a good fundraiser for the Big Sioux Historical Society. Great job. It's really a lot of fun. That's it.
Thanks, Tim. Anything else? Hearing nothing, we'll move to staff reports. We'll start with Mike, please.
Nothing to report.
Okay, thanks. Jim, anything?
Nothing.
Okay, thank you. Tom, please.
Nothing tonight, thank you.
How about Gary?
I have nothing either.
All right. Hearing nothing, we'll move on then. Move on to other agenda items. Number 3, hospital update with Jason Pullman, please.
Good evening. As you continue to see progress in the building project happen, there's a lot of work going in on the inside, of course. We went through final inspection on some of the inpatient rooms and also the trauma rooms to make sure all the backing and all the necessary electrical is in place before they close up the other side of the wall. They've got one side of the wall sheetrocked already, and they're just waiting for us to get the green thumbs to go for the second side of the sheetrock. So we're making sure that all current and potential future needs to screw things to the wall have appropriate 2x12 behind there, so you're not anchoring through just sheetrock. And so let's try to think through and plan through what you could need in the future and what you currently have. The tile is slated to be laid in August for the bathrooms, and as soon as they start closing up the walls, the tapers and will be in there taping and finishing the sheetrock, and then the floors get laid. So So it's coming along quite nicely. We're still a little bit behind, probably a week and a half. We did get the last bid came in for the resinous flooring. It was a little bit higher than normal, but within the margin of error. So it was we are still within budget and about a week and a half off of schedule. So, but the brick is looking nice and the facility is looking nice from the outside, and there's as much work on the inside as the outside, as you see, so it's coming along real nice. Any questions?
You said that was the last bid to get?
Yeah, the resinous flooring, which is kind of a poured floor, and we've put it out to bid for probably now 4 times, and always, there's a contractor say, yep, I'll bid, yep, I'll bid, yep, I'll bid. And we haven't gotten a bid yet for it, except this last time we got one bid from a contractor out of Beersford. And so he'll be able to come in and put the resinous flooring down. All the other bids have been granted already. It's just that last resinous flooring, which is like a poured surface. It goes in the kitchen and also the OR and some of the decontamination areas. It's a very hard surface, really resistant. So.
Good. Any questions for Jason? Good,
Looks
thanks.
great.
Yep, thanks.
Thank you very much. Agenda item number 3, approval of resolution 2016-13, accepting the Voltmer Inc. bid and expenditure of funds for the Highway 10 street light project. Within your packet, we've received 3 bids, and they've ranged, wide range, obviously. You want to expound on that a little bit, Gary, or not?
Yeah, we did receive 3 bids ranging from $157,339 to $323,350, and those are in thousands. And we, because of the wide range of bidding and the fact that the $157,339.03 is about $70,000 under the engineering estimate of $240. We had DGR do some research on the company that bid just to make sure that they are reputable and that they, and they did, review the bids to make sure there weren't any errors or mathematical errors or any issues. After doing so, they still recommended the council that we accept the low bid of Voltmer Inc. out of Decorah, Iowa for $157,339.03. And this is for the labor and installation portion of the street lighting on 10th Street.
So moved.
Second?
Been a motion by Travis and a second by Tim for resolution 2016-13, accepting the Voltmer bid. Questions or clarifications? Call for a roll call vote, please, for resolution 2016-13.
Allen?
Aye.
Kurth?
Yeah.
Feldhacker?
Aye.
Harvey?
Yep.
Olson?
Aye.
On a 5-0 roll call bid, the resolution 2016-13 passes. What will be the timing with that project now, do you know?
They will be starting, I believe the start date is the week after Labor Day is what's in the contract. So it'd be first week of September, and it's supposed to be completed, I believe, by somewhere around November 1. So about a 2-month window.
Okay, that'll be a nice project. Next on the agenda is approval of the purchase of a grass rig for the fire department. I'll turn this over to Payne.
Okay. Over the last 4 to 5 years, the fire department's been saving up our donation and fireman's ball money to purchase a brush truck. We do have enough funds in our own account, so we're not asking the city for any money for this. I gave you guys the flyer that Yankton sent out and the bidder sheet. What this truck would actually do, it adds 6 more belted seats to our department. We only have 22 belted seats now, and we have an average of response of 25 to 26 guys. So we have guys taking their personal vehicles out still. But this truck would be a platform for where we want to be on our next vehicle replacement. This truck would be able to house extrication equipment, and it would be able to go to most of our mutual aid calls that are just manpower and air packs, and that way our main engine can stay in town. And it's a very versatile truck. Where it says it has a 250-gallon tank, it also has the foam unit and forestry lines on it. So this 250 gallons of water with the equipment that's on it will actually last 3 to 4 times longer than the 250 gallons of water we have on the pickup in our station. It can be used on structure fires with that foam to cool any exposed structures and stuff. So there's multiple uses for this rather than just one use. We have a lot of trucks that are just single use. Our engines, we have 3 engines. They're all the same. They do the same thing. And this truck is a stepping stone to, on our next engine replacement, we're going to replace 2 trucks and build 1. We're going to replace 2 trucks with 1. So our 89 big engine 2 and our 93 rescue will both go out of service with the new truck being bought in, was it 23?
Yeah,
23?
I think so, yep.
The 89 Ford is up. So right now this truck is in addition to the fleet, but once we replace that 89, we'll be back to the number of trucks we currently have. When we looked around, the price that we kind of have in mind that we want to bid on this vehicle, I added up the equipment, the flatbed and the equipment on just the flatbed, and that supersedes the amount that we want to bid. So to build this truck, we would be looking at about $40,000 to build it ourselves. And that's saying we can get a truck, a 4-door truck with 11,000 miles for around $15,000, which isn't going to happen. That's not a type 1 and stuff. That is 11,000 mile truck. Jeff Carr, myself, and Logan Venort went over on Monday and looked at this truck, and it is as advertised. Deputy Chief Nichols took us around it. He was very knowledgeable. He knew all the repairs that were done. They have put a bunch of money into it, and he said they actually wanted to keep this truck, but they couldn't justify it because they have 3 other brush units and 2 6x6s that are fully equipped for what this truck does. So that's why they're selling it. Otherwise, they would keep it if they could. And like I said, we have the money to cover it. When Gary and I talked about it, we thought it was just prudent to come and discuss it with you guys, since the vehicle will be titled under the city of Hawarden, and get your blessing on the vehicle.
Will it cost you quite a bit to radio it and paint it? Those
No,
types of things?
actually, we have a couple radios from the civil defense side that are still in good working condition. We can just put that radio right in the truck, and that's all it needs. That light bar that's on it, Chief DeBryan knows it's about $1,500–1,600 light bar that comes with it. As pictured is what you get. Has a lot of capabilities to it that what we're trying to do in the future is, with future purchases and future builds of trucks, is make a multiple use and have each one of a little different variety so we can handle whatever calls come in.
What happens to the current brush truck?
The current one, it'll stay right now, because when we replace the 89 and the 93, that 93 right now is our backup brush truck. And when that gets replaced with one vehicle, we'll no longer have that.
We have enough room to keep this in our
Yep.
our facility along with the ambulance?
Yeah, we have one more bay.
Is there, how many brush fires do you have a year?
It really varies. We'll have 6 to 10, sometimes it can get to 15 to 20. It really depends on the year and how dry it is. Like I said, this truck with that foam unit on it can set it for the derby and for the tractor pull and go to structure fires. ISO is now wanting an onboard foam system to respond to your structure fires. We have one engine with that capability, and then we don't have any onboard systems other than that.
How do we know in 2023 that your plans won't change?
As long as I am there, that's the plan.
So this one will be housed up at the fire station?
Yep.
Any other questions?
What's the current brush rig, how much is that worth?
We have, by the time we bought the truck and everything, I think we had close to 20,000 in it after we redid everything on it. And it doesn't have the flatbed on it, has a regular pickup box.
So why not trade that and get one that's not 20 years old?
Because that truck is the same year.
It's a 97?
It's a 2000. But it's a 3/4 ton, and that truck is purposely built for only one thing, and that is grass fires. We can't use it on anything else. And that's what we're trying to get away from with our trucks for the future, and including this one, to be able to use it on other calls rather than a specialized piece of equipment.
Hey, can I bring up something?
Yeah.
And also, this truck will be used,
Why don't you come to the speaker so everybody can hear, please? Thank you.
yep. This truck also will be used for when we go out of town for like mutual aid calls. Instead of taking our engine number 3, our main pumping unit out of town, when we help iron and stuff, this truck will cover that, and we can leave our main unit in town. That's the pain, I forgot to mention that, but so that'd be great beneficial to have that, to be able to travel. I just wanted to add that a little bit, that pain, I forgot to mention that. It's a big plus for us to be able to leave engine 3 in town. And whenever we want to travel to any fires, 3's got to go because that's only going to handle 5 guys. We have no other vehicles to handle other than 3 people in the cabs. So, and this will handle 6 people. Thanks.
Any other questions? I hear a motion by Tim.
moved, yeah.
Okay. Motion by Tim, is there a second?
1 second.
John? Okay. Further questions, clarifications? Jim, roll call vote or voice vote for,
Should be able to do a voice vote,
okay.
so we know how everybody voted. I say just so we know how everyone voted.
Oh, okay. Okay, there's been a motion and a second. All in favor of the approval of the grass rig, say aye.
Aye.
Right.
Those opposed?
No.
4 to 1, it sounds like. Okay. That passes. Good luck on the bid. Looks like it's due
What happens if you don't get it?
pretty quick.
We
Can you
just,
still buy a truck? Or?
eventually down the road. This one came up and it fit all of our criteria, so, and it's local, and we can just call them anytime we want on the vehicle, so that was a nice truck.
Move on to agenda item number 6, consent agenda for liquor license transfers both on the 15th and the 23rd from Sportsman's to Hawarden Community Center. Is there a motion for that approval?
So moved.
Moved by Payne, is there a second?
Second.
Second by John. All in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That passes. And item number 7, Hawarden City Council is going to be going into closed session pursuant to Chapter 20.17, Parent 3, which exempts negotiating sessions and strategy meetings, public employers, and the collective bargaining process. Is there a motion to go into closed session?
So moved.
Moved by Travis. Second by Payne. Roll call vote to go into closed session.
Feldhacker,
Aye.
Harvey.
Yep.
Olson,
Aye.
Kurth,
Aye.
Allen.
All right.
On a 5-0 roll call vote, Hawarden City Council will go into closed session.